I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we have arguably the two best middle linebackers in the NFL on the field. It's Navarro Bowman going up against Luke Kuechly.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Here's Chandler Catanzaro ready to get this one started. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And a short kick taking it about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throwing, Hundley. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Hundley. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Green's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. That's complete to John Ross. Touchdown, Falcons. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys out there.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
He'll look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through it at the 38-yard line. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense, everybody wants a piece of that pie.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. They'll look to throw. Ertz has it left side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. He'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a play fake. Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cornelder. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Here we go! Red 38!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And Green with a catch left side. And he is down deep into Carolina territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 46 yards. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They come up in an offset eye. They'll run here with Freeman. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Let's go. 38.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Vic Beasley in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Flex round. Here we go. Ohio.
They're going to look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Freeman again, a first down carry. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys in the cornerback position.
On second down, here's Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Throwing his Carr on third down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's flex round! Flex round!
Back to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Campbell. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Let's go!
They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio! Ohio!
They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And this is Ertz with it, right side. That one goes for 24 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Throwing, Hundley. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Again, McCaffrey. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Now Hundley. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Bullock will put this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to...
And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 47 yards. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And a loose football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or 2 there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. And that is incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down at the 2. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Now we give right side McCaffrey. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Luke Kuechly in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. To throw on second down. Carr looking deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did he...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Panthers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Now here's Ross. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. 4 yards remaining now on second down. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll need to get the play off quickly. So that'll back him up 5. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. To throw his car. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. To throw again. Carr. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Shaq Thompson. In from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Here's Carr to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
back to throw now on first down. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Let's go. What? No. Ohio. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Flex round.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Finds a seam inside the 40. Ertz over the middle. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Deion Jones leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. The Panthers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go. 38. Ohio.
They'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you're talking about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this will be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Back to the air on second down. It's called. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on it.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a 2nd down. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go!
dropped to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now Carr maybe with a free play. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there. It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. What? 9.
He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now Hundley. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Working from the gun, it's Carr. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Freeman again. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Falcons, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.